So what we're doing, farmers, is we are going to melt the THC crystals that is in the herb. And we're going to get it into, excuse me, the vegetable glycerin. Now, we don't want to go too high, however, because the THC starts to break down at about 240 to 260-ish. So what we need to do is we need to keep it at under 200 for as long as we can, for 45 minutes. And then, well, I don't think that's right, because the recipe called for 45, but what I did was I did 45 one time and it scorched, so I did 40 the next time at the under 200, and then I did like 7 minutes at the end, and I went up to soft ball, and then I held soft ball for a few minutes there, because you need to activate the THC. You need to melt it at under 200, and you need to activate it between 2 and 250. So, when people, it's called decarboxylation. And what it does is it takes I'm not a scientist, I'm a beginner at this, but what I understand is the carbon molecule breaks off and it heat activates, because the THC, for you to get that familiar buzz, when you smoke it, you set it on fire, so that heat activates it. So in order for us to heat activate it, now listen here. Do you hear the crest? That's good. I don't know why it's good, but it's supposedly really good. So here we are, the heat's starting to go up. The vegetable glycerin is starting to, just like an oil, because it's an oil, it's a lot thinner now. So now it's going to start the absorption process. And we are going to have some really, really strong. See, I like it really strong because I have a high tolerance. And, I like to, I don't want to wait 2 hours. I want to drink a tea and feel it 30 minutes later. So, yeah. And this is good for that. I mean, I'm going to try and perfect this heat activation. Sometimes I do it right, sometimes I don't. But either way, even if you overdo it, if you are an insomniac, it's still not a waste, because it will make you just sleepy. If you overdo the THC, you'll get a very good night's sleep. If you do the THC right, you'll get a buzz and a really good night's sleep. So, hey, I like both. I like the medicinal stuff. This is also, by the way, I'd make the CBD oil. I'll do that one of these times too. And that works so well. I mean, I have after the chemo, and between the chemo and the neuromuscular disease that I have terrible, terrible leg cramps, back cramps. I mean, places that I didn't even realize I had muscles. And I get cramps there. Go figure. But I take it in tea, and I drink a couple cups of tea, and the shin splints, and everything just relaxes, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, all right, we will pick this up again when my battery charges back up. See you in a minute, campers.